This video is brought to you by CoolstuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are going to check out a different way of playing Heliod Suncrowned with this Planeswalker, this blue-white Super Friend Lifegain deck. So, what is going on here? It's trying to do more of the absolute insanity that you can do with Heliod Suncrowned and Johnny's Pridemate, but in a different sort of shell. Because we can run a bunch of Planeswalkers, and because a bunch of Planeswalkers actually do say things about gaining life, and because Interplanar Beacon gains a life whenever you play a Planeswalker, that means that you get to grow your Heliods and your Johnnies just for casting these powerful spells, which, in my opinion, is a little better than using a bunch of subpar creatures. But actually, I think that the creature deck is stronger in a vacuum, but this deck is interesting. It might be better for the meta as it is if people can't deal with just tons and tons of Planeswalkers. Because of the current aggro in the meta, I'm also running Shatter the Sky, which works really nice with Gideon and Heliod as you get to draw a card. And they also are indestructible, so that's nice. If you can use Gideon to give your Pridemate indestructible and cast Shatter the Sky, it's really freaking solid. Teferi is Teferi. I think we all know about the impact this card has by now, and Elspeth Conquers Death is an amazing card that keeps your Planeswalkers coming back to the battlefield. A few, like Dovin, it's often forgotten that the -1 on Dovin gains a life when it creates a Thopter. So if you have a Heliod out, it's automatically a 2/2 Thopter. If you have like some other ways to gain life by playing another Planeswalker or something with the beacon out, the Thopter gets bigger and bigger. So it makes this card a lot less bad if the Thopters have significant stats. And of course, you all know this card by now in these Lifegain decks, that the strength of the Pride and the Cat Soldiers it creates can be very powerful. Birth of Meletis is down here instead of Daxos, who is kind of a mediocre card to me for this type of deck. It just not that many creatures entering the battlefield triggers, or it felt like I was pressured into making creatures with my Dovins and Johnnies when that wasn't always the best play. So I cut him in favor of Birth of Meletis, which does have a Chapter 3 life gain proc. And then there is Dawn of Hope, because actually, when we curve out pretty well with this deck and have mana around and we're gaining life just for playing a Planeswalker, triggering Dawn of Hope and drawing some cards isn't too bad. We don't end up making a 1/1 very often, but just having this sitting on the battlefield contributes to Devotion for Heliod, and the card draw keeps us in games that we would otherwise get run out of. So that's the deck. Pretty fun little list, just full of powerful Planeswalkers, a few board wipes, and the opponents don't usually see it coming. It's a bit of a sidewinder in the current meta. We have 2 Mobilized District down here because it can be very cheap if you have multiple Planeswalkers. And we've got some Castle Arden Veils to make some 1/1s if the Dawn of Hope isn't doing its job. But really, we have a mana base built to support Beacon, and Tranquil Cove gains life. So that's more important than the Scry from Temple of Enlightenment for this version. The stats are something along these lines. The build is something like that. All right, let's dive in and let the nonsense begin. This hand is pretty darn solid. Dawn, Gideon, a Johnny or Shatter. And we'll see what our opponent has in store for us. What do they have in mind for today's festivities? Oh, mono red. Well, how fun. Well, now we have a Heliod as well. Alright, well, we'll definitely kick out the Dawn of Hope, which is going to sit there for a good amount of time before it does anything, unfortunately. But hopefully we get to a stage in the game where the card matters. Well, at least it wasn't double Fervent Champion. Infuriate Gamer. But this Infuriate Gamer doesn't... They don't hold back. Alright, let's pay our 2 life and... We want the Suncrowned out. We can start growing it as soon as we start playing things. Do we want Blackblade out? We can draw a card with Shatter the Sky if he's on the battlefield. I think we need to draw a card, though, to be honest. We need to make absolutely sure, to the best of our ability, that we hit our next land drop. And I think that's the highest possible priority. Yep, it was there. It was there. Never doubted it. Okay, Teferi down. Any other tricks today? No. I wonder if I play a Johnny and I plus it, if the opponent will do anything to it. How about Gideon? If I play Gideon, the opponent can stomp it. Remember, stomp says damage can't be prevented, so Gideon can be hit by it here, and then the opponent could attack it down. I would gain a life. That's about it. I could just shatter this, but I think I can do better. I could also hold up mana and make a Dawn of Hope token. Is that a good play? Actually, it might be. I think it is. The opponent might use their Bone Crusher Giant on it to get through, and then Gideon is a little bit better off. The opponent goes in for a Torbrand. Okay. Well, now the Shatter the Sky is looking great. Trigger that I can't really use. Do I want to do... Do I want to just shatter here, right? Do I need to just get rid of this before Embercleave and such? I guess so. I guess so. Let's not be greedy about it. We've got a really nice follow-up turn with Pridemate and Heliod, or Pridemate and Gideon. Oh, we're a Spitfire Mage. Well, I don't have an immediate answer to that, so I think we're just kind of hoping that we get away with it, that it doesn't hurt me. Let's start out with the Sun Crowned, and then we'll play the Gideon. I still think the opponent has a Bone Crusher Giant. So here's a life. Put a counter here. Plus this. Submit 0. And we'll see if the opponent can kill us. Dodgy boy. Bone Crush is down to 7. Okay, they're really moving in. We have to gain a ton of life next turn. We have the means, though. And they're attacking the Gideon, so giving me some space. I guess they're going to... Okay. Huh. Infuriate Gamer, man. Infuriate freaking Gamer. Alright, let's, I guess, go tall. So, targets, beef up.
Fighting tooth and claw is what it takes, and so be it.
So it's really tempting to make a Pridemate, but I think I'm just supposed to plus here to make sure that a Johnny survives another turn if possible. And we'll send in this Sun-Crowned boy. And we're threatening a lethal attack right now. So can the opponent draw a way to win the game? I mean, that's a lot of creatures. I don't think that will win you the game, though. Click, 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 drag. Let's see. Is that what they do? Oh, face. Face is the place. You're dead. You're dead. You died. You're out of there. It's over. Get lost. Oh my goodness. They died as they lived. And it's pretty interesting. Let's see where it goes. We've got a beacon and the coves, so plenty of gain off the land. Fervent Champion off a Sacred Foundry. Just put that card in anything these days. Alright, beacon into birth. Now we have a Dovin, but we probably want Heliod down before the Dovin. Maybe we just want a Wrath. We could play our gain land. Well, I guess next turn, thanks to drawing the castle, we can Wrath regardless. So yeah, let's send out the Dovin. Probably could have played Heliod there, though.
Whatever your plans, they're statistically likely to fail.
Get myself a blocker.
My genius.
Set up the Shatter of the Sky. Opponent going absolutely nuts. PSA, you can go click, 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 like click these 3 in a row and then click where you're attacking once. Really makes a difference.
Nobody's perfect. Not even me.
Can spare you a lot of time. All right. Nuke 'em. Shatter the eardrums.
It's the small things that matter.
Rude. Why has you always more? Inspiring veteran. Call me uninspired.
You're not entirely incompetent, not just a gadget, but ingenuity.
Let's do it again. We'll be setting up the defenses soon. Just you? Sweet. All right, so send out the Sun Crowned. Make Thopter. Counter. Play Gideon, trigger Interplanar Beacon. Counter. And we'll just call it indestructible. But now he has 3/3. Care to rumble? Opponent still wants to attack the Dovin. Well, I'm not stopping, but Ember Cleave, of course. Had a feeling. All right, that's a pretty good draw. Now we play this, get the life trigger. And yeah, let's build you up. You're gonna need to be tall and strong. Now we give this lifelink. Let's make another Pride Mate, I think. Down to 7. Life triggers. Put another counter here. Say go. Ta-da. Behold the power of the Super Friends. Okay. Opponent wants some. No blocks. You can have some. That last card better be a good one. It better be a good one. Bone Crusher Giant. Okay. Bring it on, says Gideon. Oh, yeah. Make that indestructible. Hit him with the Shatter. I think this turns on Heliod. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how it's done. That's the way this cookie crumbles. Pride, Mate, Central, and a way to blow them up. Now we're playing Magic. I guess I'm going to try to pressure my opponent. So we're going to play the Cove after we play the Pride Mates to make them bigger. Take your pick. I wonder if it's a Pride Mate. Uh-huh. Well, the good news... Oh, Shatter? Interesting. No respect for the kitties. Very interesting. When you see an interplanar beacon in a temple, maybe they have a Thief of Sanity? Or maybe they're just setting up their Dream Trawler. Okay, buddy. Okay, dude. You are a true magician. Well, now we're drawing all the Planeswalkers, but the opponent looks like they're 5-color hand hate, for whatever that's worth. Okay, we're drawn in from Dreamsin. Let's get this out. Let's get you out. And I think we're just going to plus for the life here to hit our opponent extra hard. They must be thinking about having a sweeper for these Pride Mates. So let's just focus on their life total. We'll make more Pride Mates after they blow these up. Sure. Okay. Pro moves. All right, you, and let's do yeah, let's make a kitty. Keep threatening their life. Keep threatening to destroy them. Sure. Okay, buddy. All right. You're really good. You are a magical god. The deck couldn't possibly supply more pain than that. I am thwarted. It's slow, but well, you know, this deck can be slow sometimes. I'm just hoping turn 4 Shatter's good enough. And it looks like it looks like we're not going to lose right away. There might be a Nissa that comes forth to destroy me. Pretty good draw on the Birth of Meletis, though. To make sure that we hit our land drops. Fix our mana up nice. 4 mana does what? They didn't play like Simic Flash. I have this weird feeling they just don't have anything to do. Alright, let's see what you got. If they're going to counter something, I will gladly lose this Dawn of Hope anyway. Okay, they are Simic Flash who main phase growth spirals. Alright. I don't know anything. Third Shatter the Sky, what a joke. You gotta keep their mana busy. Like, just sitting back and doing nothing isn't very acceptable. Doesn't accomplish anything, obviously. Yep. Now we need to draw the land for the Elspeth Conqueror's death. Ta-da! Get out. Get out, girl. Sure. Sure. At least it keeps their mana busy. Nuke 'em. How are we gonna fight this thing? I guess blow up all of your land. If the opponent has no land, we'll be fine. Full price growth spiral because of Elspeth Conqueror's death. Nice. Mm-hmm. All right, got you on one land now. Oh, look at this draw. I think tooth and claw is what it takes, Johnny. I think that's what it takes. Oh, nope, that doesn't work. Let's not make the Pride Mate just yet. Let's plus. Make it really hard for the 3/3 to finish this job. Simic Flash, when you shift into spam Nissa, there's a lot of risk to it. Nissa's not safe like Nissa used to be. Elspeth can conquer. You really need counter protection when you play your Nissa. That's why the deck probably needs a few more negates. Uh-huh. You smell like trouble. God, I love a Johnny voice lines. All right, let's make a kitty cat. Here, kitty kitty. Let's see. I guess I can still use the district in theory here. So let's use these. Trigger, trigger. Make a big kitty. Make a Thopter. Make a bigger kitty. All right, so we can power up our district to defend because we have 2 legendaries on the battlefield. I don't think that's what we want. I don't think we want to attack here, though. I think it's just a surprise if the opponent has, like, double Brazen Borrower or something. Yep, you got a Cutthroat. Good beats. You found another forest that turns on Frilled Mystic, potentially, which could definitely still be in the hand. Also Nightpack Ambusher. Now, if the opponent attacks either Planeswalker, I do want to let one die. Just a little. But they're not going to, right? Not with a Pride Mate around. Elspeth Conqueror's Death can get something back if it dies. I wonder if that means I was supposed to play another Strength of the Pride last turn. I guess so. I guess it would have been better if I played a second Strength of the Pride, rather than let that go off for nothing. But regardless, we're doing okay. Let's start with a minus Thopter.
Small example of my genius.
I'm just going to drag this out. Rather than thinking that my spells will resolve, I'm going to try to take care of the cards I actually have on the battlefield. Scryland. Ooh, I mean, it can crank out 1/1s. I don't think that's important enough, though. If I'm being real with everybody. If I send the 7/7 and the opponent plays the wolf, I don't really mind a double block. All right. Let's make him deal. Down to 13. Pass. Here comes Nightpack Ambusher, right? Yep. If the opponent decides to attack into this stuff, I feel okay. Third Nissa. This is going to be a juicy shatter. Yeah, it sure does. It sure fights for you. Now what? Yeah. Opponent thought they were declaring attackers, but they're not. The Planeswalkers are being assaulted. Okay, split them up. A little 2 and 2. See if they remember the district or not. So how to do it? We could take out the Cutthroat with 2 1/1s. Lose, but that's... Where's this attacking? Here. Okay, that's fine. You here, you here. You here. Yep. That will save the Ajani. Even though I have another one, I really want to get all I can out of the card. Another Dovin, huh? It's kind of tempting to blow these up, but I think we can wait and do better. Let's make another Pridemate. We are at 25. If we get to the 35, this can be a wrath of its own. More Dovin. Make this stuff big, please. Another Thopter, please. 10-10 fighting Nissa means the land chumps for us. And now, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Simic Flash? When the strength of the pride comes for you. Oh, we're gonna make this into a 3/3. And make a wolf token. Makes sense. All right, let's go nuts. Thopter.
On the shoulders of giants.
A little bit of life. Power up. And plus.
Find your inner strength.
So next turn we'll be able to ultimate the Ajani. But for this turn, let's keep forcing some chump blocks. The opponent has to block here, they die. They have to block here, they lose Nissa. Both are kind of equivalent to Doom, so they have to go chump, chump. And then next turn they can do nothing, animate another land, make another wolf, but they still can't get through the Thopters. And then we ultimate the Ajani and their world collapses. Dawn of Hope to Fairy Time Raveler Shatter the Sky, we'll try it. We have to draw land. I say that a lot though. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. All right, so mono black aggro so far. Let's get that onto the field. All right, come on, Interplanar Beacon off the top. Let's do this. My opponent is doing too many things. All right, here's to Fairy. Send that away, please. Wow, all the pain land. So many shock lands. Could cost me big. Ooh, they're not sending back out the spawn. I mean, that's interesting. So if they play a spawn after this turn, I'm okay with that. Because I can just bounce that with Teferi. Interplanar Beacon, anyone? Oh, you're going to rankle me. Sure. No discard, just draw. And I'm at 4. So let's shatter. Get that rankle gone. The opponent could definitely have another, so let's play the Tranquil Cove and go up to 5. But I feel like I'm too far behind now. If our opponent has a good draw, we can't win. If they have a medium to bad draw, we still have a chance. Yep. Ooh, that's not bad. But we do die to a Rankle. If they had a Rankle, would they have played it? I think so. I'm trying to think if there's a way to get rid of this, like play this and gain life, but I don't see that. We do have a Teferi in the yard, so getting this ticking seems like a good move. So we'll see if they top deck their Rankle here. Okay, another Enforcer and another Spawn of Mayhem. Lord Almighty. Stuff is real. For real, for real. All right, Teferi. Send back the Spawn. We have another Teferi coming next turn. A Johnny. Start plussing to gain life. Is that the play? We could also make a Dawn of Hope token, which can block and essentially nullifies the attack of both, but I'd rather be making progress on the board with the Ajani. So this gains 2. Still dead to a Rankle if they draw it. Spawn returns. Oh, don't attack the Teferi. Okay. I mean, we've got a Teferi coming back because of Elspeth Conqueror's death. Maybe the opponent will figure that. Oh, okay. Get back Gutter Bones. So now we're going to set up instant speed Shatter the Sky. Two, three, four. This is alive. It's a big deal. Means we get to draw a card. Plus here. Pump the Heliod. Decline. Plus the Teferi. Say go. Take the 1. See if the opponent makes any other moves. Heliod also threatens to lifelink himself, which can nullify an entire attack. So they have to do something about something, or they can't even attack. And then if they do something about it, Shatter the Sky can wreck their plans. All right, just you. Oh, these two. Okay. Is this other creature? Never mind. Oh, it is another. Oops. Every now and then, I don't say things that are correct. Opponent moves in. You're thinking about drawing right now? Well, before you do that, let's have you draw an extra so you pay an extra life. God, that's loud. And does the opponent have something else up their sleeve? I think they have a Murderous Rider. Just judging by the consideration going into this moment. Both cards are quite dangerous. I'm not sure what I would Murderous Rider, and I don't blame the opponent for thinking about it. One thing to consider is that Ajani's Strength of the Pride is 2 devotion to keeping Heliod turned on, while Teferi's only 1. But Teferi draws more cards. It only takes finding one other white card for that difference to be mitigated. And here comes the Rider. And it is Teferi. And a Vampire of the Dire Moon now takes the battlefield. Another Ajani Strength of the Pride. Let's turn on the Heliod. I think it's time to make a cat token and start doing some blocking here. Although gaining life, we actually get to draw. Heliod gets bigger. Maybe that is just better. Yeah, cards are probably better than cats. You notice we had the opportunity there to put +1/+1 counters on our Dawn of Hope or Birth of Meletis. Now the opponent's impatient. I don't feel bad. Let's see. It's now the question of, would I rather have a Dawn of Hope token and a life? Okay, chump blocking. If I play this now, I can't gain any life this turn, but it is a heck of a threat. Alright, we've got the opponent under a little bit of pressure because they're only at 12, so let's go for it. Another Spawn of Mayhem. Is that the third one? Whew. They got their mythics in the mono black camp, that's for sure. Casting out the rider, alright. Attack. Yep, had a feeling that was coming. No way you want to block that. I'm a little surprised by the attack, but I guess the opponent only lives life one way. So again, I think that the play is to gain... No, we don't need the life now as long as the Pride Mate connects. We can make a very large Pride Mate, right? Well, actually, without life gain, we really don't. So let's do this. So we want to beef this up, and then we also want this card to get lifelink. Let's see if the opponent's going to try to trade a Spawn of Mayhem for this kitty cat. I think I can be aggressive here. And Spawn of Mayhem is scary, but if we gain enough life, they're not going to beat us. Alright, so there's the chump. The opponent with chump and chump, they're definitely going to keep falling behind with that strategy. But I'm not saying a trade would necessarily be better. I'd say I wouldn't have attacked last turn with this. I probably still would have made this play, but at least you'd take this Pride Mate down with you. Triggers. They are a salty one, aren't they? Holy cow. So do I want to draw the cards? I think I want to draw the cards. Cards are good. I like cards. We'll play another one of these, sure. Get the last planes from the deck. Now, do you have a mono black Embercleave type effect? Maybe counting Devotion to try to turn the Heliod off? Here comes Gutterbones. Triggered by Spectacle from the Spawn of Mayhem. 2-1 on the battlefield. Cavalier of Night. Sacrifice Gutterbones. Kill something. Not bad. Could be worse. Now does Spawn of Mayhem jam? Seems like such a hopeless attack because I can gain all that life right back. But what are you going to do if you block? Are you going to do anything? Maybe it's time to attack a Johnny. Of course, the opponent doesn't know I have a backup. Wow. Strength of Pride City over here. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Let's put a target. Yeah, let's keep building you up. And do we want to pay 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's decline. I think I have a bigger plan. So I don't think I can get all the way to 35, but I can gain a lot. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to go for it. I'm not going to math. Math is for blockers, right? But I have an idea in my head, and if it works, I'm gonna crush this game. All right, 23. This is 33. Dang it, not quite. The idea was get to 35 and then trigger this. If I activate 1, 2, turns this on, 1, 2, it's still not enough mana. All right, let's do this. Remember, Heliod can't lifelink Heliod. I'm sure somebody's gonna leave that comment. There you go. Good blocks. All right. Right there. And yeah, our walls don't need buffs. Let's see what the Cavalier of Night gets back. In the meantime, I get to listen to shingle sounds. Enforcer. Let's pay the 2. Yay, card. Alright, end the turn. So I think I should have put at least one counter on a wall. As silly as that sounds. Maybe 2 to block the Enforcer. It's the Aerialist. Because you have so much life gain in your deck. I guess it just combos with the Vampire or the Dire Moon. I don't know. Or they're filling out their budget deck, but they have a lot of mythics. Like, we've seen 5 mythics out of them. I think it's just an interesting take on Mono Black, not a budget build. No blocks. We can easily gain back the life of having these on the field by plussing this. Trigger, trigger. Yeah, let's go ahead and put a counter on a wall. It'll be fun. It does look like without drawing into something, we can't turn on the Heliod, so I guess I will be activating it. This costs 1 less for each legendary creature or planeswalker. Well, it's extra life, so we'll power you up. We'll plus here. Put some counters here. Pay some manas. Beacon. Beacon's interesting. Definitely just kind of want that to get going. The Cavalier of Night gave our opponent a pretty nice life buffer. They're not dead yet. Not the way I want them to be, darn it. Okay, they're going to take it. Let's go ahead and hand out some lifelink. And we'll put another counter here. And we'll pay the 2. We're still a mana short of Ajani, using the Ajani ultimate this turn. But we're getting really warm. It's close. Cauldron's Gift. Okay. Sure. Another Cavalier of Night, I'm guessing. Oh, the Rankle. Sure. Johnny going down for real now? But what life total will I be at? That's the question. Oh my gosh, look at... They're attacking... Why? They're over-attacking him. Why are they over-attacking him? I don't understand. There you go. There you go. Those hits on the life total make a big difference here. But maybe they're not playing around another Strength of the Pride. Maybe not. $34 is not good enough. There's an interplanar beacon right there.
Fighting tooth and claw is what it takes.
Yeah. So let's see. If we play this, we can also power this up, right? 1, 2, 3. Then activate this. And because we have, yeah. So we'll go blue, blue, blue. Play Dovin. Oh, that's not how that works, but it's fine because we had the beacon. Float a mana. Opponent wants to be frisky with me, it's fine. They've been this way the whole time, so I don't mind. And they've taken plenty of time on their turn, so I have no feelings. All right, so we can power this up now. 0 this.
We can come back from this.
Unfortunately, it didn't attack. 1, 2, 3. Yep, not enough devotion even if I play this. We can play this to put another counter on the district though. Is there going to be another way to gain a life? I don't think so, so we may as well lifelink this. They do consider themselves the baller, don't they? Fight till the end, I suppose. Man, what are you gonna do? Sacrifice something? Go for it. Go for it. They will die as they lived, attacking constantly. Then they realized there were no good options. Alrighty. Can we finish this frickin' game off? There's an Elspeth Conquers Death. That's interesting. It does turn this on, so we want to do it. So we'll go like this and like this. Nope, please don't tap my mobilized district. Power this up. And finish off Mr. Emotes. Yeah. Get lost. Gotcha. And we back for the fireside chat. This deck is fun, but don't craft it if you want to win. It's like the other Lifegain decks. It's an interesting box of synergy that can be broken up easily. The deck is super reliant on drawing Elspeth Conquers Death. Any game where I didn't have this, at least 2 or 3 of them, wasn't very good. So you could add Banishing Lights and Glass Caskets, but I hate those cards in the format right now because when they get blown up, nothing good comes of it. Dawn of Hope was as medium as it's always been, and probably, honestly, if we're being very, very real, is not worth playing. So you can probably find something better to insert there. Maybe just we go all Planeswalkers, right? We just run 4 Dovins, 4 Gideons, and just Planeswalker spam better. Because that was the biggest problem I had. In matchups where I couldn't get ahead and I couldn't put pressure on the opponent, they just ran me over, and Dawn of Hope sat on the battlefield doing nothing. Losses were to decks like Rakdos Sacrifice and Teamer Adventures that had time to set up their engines. And our engine is much worse, so we have to attack them. More Dovins and more Gideons would really help. So that's my recommendation. Cut Dawn of Hope. I should have known that before. Up the Planeswalkers and go hard. All right. Thank you for watching this video. A few quick announcements as I'm recording this. We are only 800 subs away from the 50,000 mark and the jank 5 days of jank. So like, subscribe, it really helps the channel. And when we hit that 50,000 mark, I got some special stuff in store. I've been planning. I've been saving up the jank for you. Second, we're going to do a crafting guide update on Twitch on Wednesday. Decide what I got right, what I got wrong, what I did well on, and how much value, was the crafting guide a good value? Did it help out? So come out and watch that live on Wednesday, 4 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.